activity karma kanda. 9 to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10 to not to have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name, and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Let us move on to our next part of the session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. Before that, I would like to wish everybody happy Govardhan Puja. And may I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Dakstas from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvind Daksha Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharika Mataji. This is Suksagari. Danvat Pranams to all the devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Suksagari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nice to hear your voice in the early morning, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Thank you, Mataji, for joining. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to the assembled devotees. Yashamati from Chicago. Happy New Year.
Hare Krishna,
Yeshumati. Happy
Hare
Govardhan.
Krishna, Yeshumati Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining, and Happy New Year and Happy Govardhan Puja. Hari Bol.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharika Mataji. This is Kamadiki Dasi from Baltimore. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Have a happy Govardhan Puja and New Year Day. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Kamadiki Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nice to see you, Mataji, and Happy Govardhan Puja, Mataji. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Please go ahead, Mataji. You please go.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru and Gauranga, and to all the devotees assembled here. Happy Govardhan Puja Mataji. Hare Krishna. This is Megha from Naperville.
Hare Krishna, Megha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your association, and Happy Govardhan Puja. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharajas, and all glories to the assembled devotees. This is Tiffany in Pennsylvania, and Happy Govardhan Puja to all of the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Tiffany Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining, and Happy Govardhan Puja to you and all of them. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Assembly Devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit. Happy Govardhan Puja to everyone and Happy New Year to everyone.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association, and Happy New Year to you, and Happy Govardhan Puja. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. Wish you all a very, very happy Govardhan Puja. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Lincoln. Mataji, we can start.
Yeah, I know, Mataji. I saw Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining. Hare Krishna. We can start, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, I welcome everybody to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto 14th chapter and verse also 14. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much Prabhuji for your valuable time and association this morning. Before I hand over the call to you, I would like to hand over it to Tiffany Mataji for your brief introduction. Hare Bol. Tiffany Mataji, over to you Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharika Mataji, and Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Prabhuji has been practicing Krishna consciousness for more than 12 years. He is a brahmachari from ISKCON Pune. and he has studied BTech at the National Institute of Technology in Trichy and knows many different languages. His current services include area management and project development head in areas around Pune. Prabhuji is a counselor, youth and corporate preacher, congregation preacher, and secretary at Voice Organization. He is also a remote mentor for the New Vedic Cultural Center at the Pune Temple. And I also humbly request devotees to please turn on your cameras for Prabhuji's inspiring class. Hare Krishna, welcome to the call, Sanatana Dharma Prabhu. So good to see you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji. Happy Govardhan Puja to you and nice to see you, Hari Bol.
Yes, yes. Happy Govardhan Puja to everybody. And I'm not able to see all of you. So I request all the wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis to please appear. And if you're all able to hear me clearly, please turn on your videos. Then I will understand that you're all able to hear me clearly. I've just come from my festival dressing. I just landed here. Are you all able to hear me clearly? Is it loud and clear?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. And I expect by Mangalacharan, everybody else is also going to turn on the videos. All right, because that will be very inspiring. Are we starting before time? Just checking. Yeah, we are. That's okay. No problem. Let's start with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyata Deshatarane Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhovya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Paramanandamaranam. Hare Krishna, wonderful devotees. Hare Krishna, please
Hare
turn
Krishna.
on your videos. Sound is not enough. Video is required. So please do turn on your videos. All right, so today we are going to move ahead in our journey. What is the name of this chapter? Anybody?
Forest of enjoyment.
Forest of enjoyment. Okay, forest, yes, this is clearly visible that this guy who is got in is in the forest. But where is the enjoyment? Where is the enjoyment? Because we find this person who has entered into this forest. He's getting whipped and beaten and chastised, troubled, pangs and anxiety. That's what is this forest. Then why do you think this is called forest of enjoyment? Anybody would like to try that?
We are trying to make happiness from this material world. Like we are trying to.
Yes.
Yeah, we know that it is not the happiness, but we are trying our best to make this world happiness by use this material world somehow, you know. That's what I feel, Prabhuji.
Okay, people are in the pursuit of happiness, pursuit of enjoyment. But the rule is we try for happiness, we try for enjoyment. In this world, you're definitely 108% not going to get it. That's a reality. Because Krishna has told it very clearly. Please open 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, shloka number 22. Ehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate. Adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. It's so very loud and clear. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is very clearly telling us, well, you want to try enjoying in this world? But the very problem is in enjoyment. And the more one tries to enjoy, the more one is going to be miserable in this world. And the same statement is spoken repeatedly again and again in Srimad Bhagavatam. And even Sri Prahlad Maharaj, the 7th canto, he says, you know who is the most frustrated guy in this whole world? The most frustrated person in this entire creation, in this world, is that person who has tried to enjoy the most. Yes, you try to enjoy the most, you're going to be the most frustrated person. So this is the forest of material enjoyment, where a person is trying to enjoy, but what is the net result? What is the end result? That's very clear. We are observing for chapters together. You are seeing this guy is getting beaten up and pounded. I just want to know, by the way, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Yes, all of us. This is not anybody else's story. This is our story. Yes, this is our story. So we are all used to reading his story. His story, his story. That's what we will call history. So that is his story. But Srimad Bhagavatam, along with history, also gives our story. Yes, our story. Few chapters before the previous canto, you would have read Puranjanopakhyanam. Yes, we read that part. So Narad Muni came to Raja Prachini Barhi and he started explaining. He knew that this guy is quite entangled in his karma kanda. So if I were to tell him heavy philosophy, he wouldn't be able to digest anything. He wouldn't be able to comprehend anything, understand anything. So let me tell him a story. I want to tell you about a story of a king who was very attached. He said, yes, I'm all ears. Please go on. Please speak. And at the end of the story, what does he tell him? Who is this Puranjan? The personality about whom he has spoken chapter after chapter. Who's that person? Yes, who is that person? Who can tell me?
That was the King Prachina Barhi himself.
No, it's all of us. Got you. That person is all of us, not Prachini Bari. We all think, yes, it is Prachini Bari. Yes. No, we are in the shoes of Prachini Bari. That person, Pura, means city of 9 gates. Jana. We are in the city of 9 gates. Our body has 9 holes. We are in that city. So similarly, the person who is present in this forest of material enjoyment and he's trying to pursue his enjoyment. That person is none other than all of us. So this person has to learn. Srila Prabhupada always used to say this particular statement in Bengali. Dekke shike, dekke shike. That means see and learn, see and learn. Why twice? Why twice? Because you have to see and learn the right things. At the same time, you have to see and learn not to do the wrong things. That is also a part of knowledge. Yes. Don't repeat others' mistake. Experience is the best teacher. Experience is the best teacher. This is what people say, but this is often an incomplete statement. Yes, experience is the best teacher and a fool learns no other way. This is the complete statement. A foolish person learns no other way than experience. But an intelligent person is that person who learns from others' experience. So today's shloka is Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto 14th chapter text number 14. Yes, this is today is a very, very heavy shloka. It's going to be, yeah, this entire section is a very heavy section. So please don't mind if I speak something heavy, because the entire section is like that. So this is based on Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto 13th chapter 6th verse. So this is explained because at the end of the forest of material enjoyment, after Shukdev Goswami explained everything, Parikshit Maharaj was wondering what's going on. I couldn't make a head or tail out of it. Shukdev Maharaj says, don't worry, I'll dedicate another chapter for it. And in the 14th chapter, he simply explains what Jada Bharat told Raghuvan in the previous chapter. He's helping him decode the message. So this is based on Shloka 6. And what happens in the Shloka 6 is there is a shallow river, a forest fire, and the person jumps in the waterless river and he is hurt badly. At the same time, he's burnt in the forest fire, and his wealth is stolen by yakshas, and he falls into despair. This is what is mentioned. Oh, thank you. Before even I could speak it up, the translation was there. Thank you, Raj Prabhu. And what happened in the previous verses? So this shallow river is nothing but cheating gurus, bogus gurus, pseudo gurus who tell, yes, don't worry. What do you want? Well, I'm very frustrated in life. Don't worry. Please come to me. Please come and join me. Well, I just want to tell you a story. There was a devotee who had come, and he was in ISKCON. And this devotees, we just asked him a question that how did you end up being a devotee? Because that's a very interesting thing. How did you come to Krishna consciousness? And this is a subject matter which is, if it is given as a topic, a person can speak for days together. You can give a saptaha, 7 days. Just like Shubhadev Maharaj spoke 7 days, you can also speak upon this for 7 days. How I came to Krishna consciousness. We can write 18,000 verses. Just Bhagavatam, we can write another 18,000 verses of how I came to Krishna consciousness. We all have wonderful stories to say. So when this person was asked, how did you come to Krishna consciousness? So this person, he told us that actually I was very frustrated with my spouse, with my wife. And because I was so fed up with my wife, I went to get some counseling from a guru. Yes, bogus guru. We all know bogus guru. So he went to this guy to get counseling. And the counseling sessions were taking place regularly. And this guru eloped with my wife. The guru eloped with my wife. And I became so happy. Well, you're really my guru because you took away my problem from my life. Thank you so much. And thus I came and joined ISKCON. That person was saying like that. You took away my life and now here I am. I'm joining ISKCON. Thank you. So like this, not all pseudo gurus will benefit you. But pseudo gurus are like shallow rivers. Shallow rivers. On the other hand, real gurus, they are compared to ocean. When Srila Prabhupada he was in a Vyas Puja ceremony in France. He was going to celebrate the first ever Vyas Puja in Europe. And as a result, even the French devotees became so happy. Prabhupada, come to our friends and have the Vyas Puja festival. So we called the media. So they called all the media, cameraman, and everyone was excited. Swamiji is going to come and he's going to conduct the Vyas Puja ceremony. And these guys messed up everything. These guys messed up everything. Prabhupada asked, come on, where are the fruits for the yajna? So a devotee went inside, used his intelligence, cut the fruit nicely and brought a fruit salad. Prabhupada, here's fruit salad for you with tulsi, offered to Krishna. Prabhupada said, you fool, I was asking fruits to be kept in the yajna kund. Get lost. I want pushpa. Get me pushpa. So then another devotee went, he was not coming back. Prabhupada said, is he gone to get pushpa? Which pushpa means flower. Or this guy has gone to, sow the seeds, till the land, sow the seeds and creating pushpa and watering it. What is this guy gone to do? Which planet he has gone to get pushpa from? So Prabhupada was wondering. And the devotees came after some time and got pushpanna. There's a dish called pushpanna. Only if you tasted pushpanna rice. This, in the previous ISKCON, it was a very famous dish. If you want to, please look at Yamuna Mataji's recipes. Pushpanna rice. I don't like it personally, but I'm just telling you, pushpanna rice. This is an item. When Prabhupada saw this, he was like, you guys, you're good for nothing. And this is all going on, recorded. It's on air. It's on air. Indian Swami coming and all this thing. And he's shouting. Prabhupada is shouting, you fellows, you rascals, you don't know anything. You don't know how to conduct a yajna. You know nothing. Like that. And there is a new devotee who walks up to Prabhupada. He's with his French beard, French devotee, fat, not typical French guy. He says, hey, old man, don't get angry. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. He's going and advising Prabhupada, instructing a newcomer, a brand new newcomer is coming and instructing the Jagat Guru, the founder Acharya of the International Society of Krishna Consciousness. He's telling him, my God, chant and be happy. This is whose slogan? Who invented this slogan? It was Prabhupada. And he's going and telling Prabhupada, and Prabhupada immediately put his hand in the bead bag. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Prabhupada started chanting. Prabhupada simply just started chanting. And everybody was wondering, my God, we've done Guru Aparad, we've offended Srila Prabhupada. No, I'm not going to go and face Prabhupada, not me. And everybody pushed the president, Prabhu, go and see. How's Prabhupada? Prabhupada is okay. Go and see that. And then he went inside and he saw Prabhupada was happily on his rocking chair, chanting Hare Krishna in bliss. So that is the time when Prabhupada said that actually a pure devotee of Lord is like an ocean. Is like an ocean. An ocean is very deep. Apparently on the surface, there might be some temporary disturbances. But in toto, in whole, an ocean is very deep. Yes, so a pure devotee remains undisturbed. At the surface, there can be some disturbances. On the other hand, the bogus gurus, they're all like this shallow rivers. We studied about that. And then comes the second part. There are totally 4 verses which explain the 6th verse of the 13th chapter. So yesterday's verse was the shallow river. Today, my verse is the 14th verse. We'll go to my verse. Okay. 5:14:14. Yada tu parabadayanda atmane nopanamati tadahi pitra putra barhishmatah pitra putranva sakalu bhakshayati. We'll go to the translation. In this material world, when the conditioned soul cannot arrange for his own maintenance, despite exploiting others, one who cannot arrange for his own maintenance, he tries to exploit his own father or son, taking away that relative's possessions, although they may be very insignificant. If he cannot acquire things from his father, son, or other relatives, he is prepared to give them all kinds of trouble. I told you, there's a very big, mighty, and heavy shloka that is coming. Yes, very heavy section. And that's fortunately or unfortunately come to me. And we have to discuss. Purport. Once we actually saw a distressed man steal ornaments from his daughter just to maintain himself. As the English proverb goes, necessity knows no law. When a conditioned soul needs something, he forgets his relationship with his relatives and exploits his own father or son. We also receive information from Srimad Bhagavatam that in this age of Kali, the time is quickly approaching when a relative will kill another relative for a small far thing. Without Krishna consciousness, people will deteriorate further and further into a hellish condition wherein they will perform abominable acts. Hare Krishna. So I was once hearing a story. One of my friends was telling me that there was a abroad settled son of a very old couple. The couple was quite in their 60s, 70s. The husband, wife, leading a very wonderful life. They had a farmhouse, they had a bungalow, an estate, a villa kind of a property. They were living a very wonderful life. They did miss their son. They would advise the son that, why don't you come down and stay with us? We can all stay together as a family. We have no dearth of money. Why do you have to live abroad and stay away from the family? And the son would say, don't worry, I'm making arrangements to move you all to my place. So please give me some time. And when I'm ready, I'll book your tickets. I'll ensure that the visa, passport, and everything is cleared off. And you can come and we'll stay together as a family. So one day, the son gave a call to his parents and said that, please be ready to come abroad with me. Please come. Let's go together and stay. So the parents were actually unwilling to leave their own land, leave their own country, and to leave their home where they stayed for almost all of the life. That attachment develops, right? So they were unwilling to go. But then the son convinced that you please come. When they agreed to come with him, this is a true story I'm telling you. When they agreed to come with him, he then proposed to them that why don't you sell off all the property? Yes. Sell it off. Sell off all the property. Yes. So they sold all the property. After all, we will get to stay together. And after selling off all the property and all the wealth, everything was transferred, all the accounts took place, transfer of accounts, and everything happened. Then the son finally took his parents. The final day came where they were supposed to board the flight to go abroad. And then the son took them, had a nice ride, and he took them to the airport, international airport. And then he said, I'll just be back in a couple of minutes. 2 minutes passed, 10 minutes passed, 20 minutes passed, and half an hour passed, 1 hour passed. The parents started getting worried. They did not have, this is a very quite an old story, they did not have cell phones. And the son never came back. So he took everything, his parents' entire property, and just let them be there of their own, old and invalid situation. Just walked away with all the property. This is the kind of nature which people have. This is Kali Yuga. Welcome to Kali Yuga. We find this such a horrible world. See, when we hear such things, yeah, it's unbelievable, but it's a true story. When we hear such things, what should happen is we should get detached from this material world. Our desire to go back home, back to Godhead should increase. And our very conviction that this material world is dukkhalayam ashashvatam should increase. Yes. And now where would the parents have gone? Nobody can imagine. Now the same thing happened even in Srimad Bhagavatam. It's going to come in 6th canto. What does Ajamil do? For the sake of maintaining a prostitute, he first got the prostitute and kept her as a maid servant. And when the parents disapproved of this activity, they were able to see that they're having an affair. She's come as a maid servant. Come on, you're a Brahmana, you're an elevated person. Your association with a low class woman will kill all your Brahmanical qualities. Little did they know that he had already killed all his Brahmanical qualities. Little did they know. This fellow just shooed away his parents. Get out. Out. Go for Tirth Yatra. Go somewhere. Go to hell. I don't care about you. Out. I want to be with this lady. It's his chaste wife who he had served lifelong. She had served him. So you go back to your parents, please. I don't need you anymore. I have her. Greed, lust, anger. These anarthas can make a human inhuman. Inhuman acts. So the anarthas, they drive a person. I gave you example of greed. I gave you example of lust. I can even give you example of anger. There was a family wherein there was a father, an old man in the family. Now, this happens in some rural parts. I don't want to name any place. It happens. It may be happening in different parts of the world. So this old man, he was living, but he was bedridden. And nobody liked to clean up this man's mess. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. Nobody liked to feed this person. And he would keep calling. Of course, he had a lot of affection for his family members. So he never wanted to be alone. They used to switch on the television and tell him, old man, just watch. Watch and die someday. That's what they used to taunt. But some places, if people are angry and irritated with the person, they excessively feed milk to that person and kill that person. Just keep pouring milk. There's something called drug overdose, and the old man dies out of milk overdose. And nobody comes to know what happened. In some places, just for getting some insurance money, the own family members, they kill the other person. Yeah, let's just finish the other person. After all, we're going to get money from insurance. So they all plan what to do. Yeah, we'll take care of that. So the three of us will plan. We'll kill the other person. And we will divide the insurance money into 3. and the other two party will meet. They say, why divide into three? Let's divide into two. We will feed poison to both of them and kill both of them. And then finally we see three people dying. Why? Because another five was sharper than the other three. Out of these two, another person also killed. So like that, for insurance and for little property, money, people just dispose of this within the own family. Yeah. There was a man. This man was very much attracted to an actress. Yes, he loved her beauty and her charms, young age, youth. He was a big businessman. So he proposed to her for marriage. And this lady immediately agreed because he was making good money. Then they were together in a relationship as husband and wife. But little did he know about her character. This woman used to flock around with dozens of men, dozens of affairs. And when this guy came to know about this, he was thinking of giving her a divorce. And she felt, oh, if this guy were to divorce me, then I don't get any share of the property. On the other hand, let me do another thing. Let me kill this person and get his property on my name, and then I can hang around with whoever I want to. Yes? Hare Krishna. So this guy came to know somehow her plan. So he hired bouncers, bouncers? 6-7 feet tall, huge guys, bouncers. And even she hired 2 bouncers. So they live in the same house with their bouncers. And the bouncers ensure that none of them kills each other. This is the kind of world we live in. Right. Recently, one of my brahmachari friends, he had gone to an old age home. He was requested to come and give a program there. And the program went fabulously well. After the program, he realized that this old age home normally, typically in India, looks like a place which is like haunted or which is abandoned place. That's the last place which people would like to renovate. But this old age home looked like a 5-star hotel. It had all the first class facilities and amenities for any person. So he went there, he was astounded. My God, am I actually in the right place? Have I come to an old age home or somewhere else? He was also wondering, where have I come? Then he realized, well, after the old age home program happened, people applauded, they appreciated his program. And after that, there was one old man who came and told, say, he was a brahmachari, you're very fortunate. You're very fortunate. You will not have children who will cheat you. As he asked what happened, he probed deeper into him. And he said, actually, my son, whom I loved the most, I named my property after him, and this guy dumped me. And now I'm here. A lot of riches. And now this guy's cheated. So never, please, wherever you go, please add this one statement in your lectures. Never name your property after your children. Never do that. So he was saying that. And there was another actress, an old actress, a film actress, who also was in the old age home. Mataji, what are you doing here? She said, when I was beautiful and I was able to perform, I was there on the screens, and then I was removed from the scenes. And when I was in power, I was in demand. That's when people they were there around me. Everyone used to roam around me, hover around me. But as soon as I stopped my stage and screen activities, that's it. Nobody wanted me. So here's where I had to land. So a person becomes useless. He or she is disposed of like an old ox. An old ox has no value. He's just lying there. People just wait for that person to die. Very unfortunate. Yeah. You know something about law? Anybody studied law here? Okay. In law, 90% of the laws, you have the penal code sections. It's based on land and property related dealings. 90% of them. And 80% of the cases which do take part in the court is based on land and property dealings. And that too between relatives. Happens between relatives, close relatives. That's where the goes. And 100% of them don't get settled. Nothing gets settled. The cases go on for generations together. Nothing. There is no justice. Yes, there is no settlement. And even the fourth, sometimes the case moves on and gets cascaded up to the fourth and fifth generation. And these guys have no clue, but they have only one knowledge, that those guys are our enemies. They are our rivals. But they don't know why. Why are they your enemies? Why are they rivals? That we don't know. We don't care, but they are our enemies. Because his grandfather's grandfather, he did injustice, cheated my grandfather's grandfather. So we are also enemies. Yes, people carry on such foolish. One of my friends was telling that there was a 32 years old fight between his grandfather and his brother, his own grandfather and grandfather's brother. 32 years old, long lasting fight. Even World War doesn't last so long. After that, the other guy, that's his grandfather's brother, lost the case. He lost the case, and as he was leaving his body, his final wish, his last wish, he told his son and his grandson, I want you to fight, continue the fight. And now the grandfather is gone, and his children and grandchildren are fighting after that. It's a place. And my friend was telling that they give a lot of death threats. They even come after his grandfather and father with hoodlums, goons to beat, shotguns, knives. So that's constant. So they don't mind killing each other also. Very, very unfortunate. Yeah, very unfortunate the situation is. Now coming to the other side, because Prabhupada, what statement he makes in the end is very important. Without Krishna consciousness, people will deteriorate further and further into a hellish condition wherein they will perform abominable acts. Abominable acts. So this statement is something which helps me. I will be telling you one principle, because if you want to speak about Krishna consciousness, you want to introduce someone to bhakti, the first thing that you have to do, the first thing is teach them value of human form of life. That's how your preaching should begin. And who's an ideal example for this? It's Prahlad Maharaj. Actually, there's a book, small book called Teachings of Prahlad. How many of you have seen that? Small book, blue color. Yeah, it looks small, but its message is huge. Anybody can learn to preach to the most demoniac people just by following the principles of this book. The first thing people have to understand is that learn to value human form of life. That's the first lesson. The moment people realize the human form of life, how human form of life is important, that's it. That's all we need to preach. And then self-realization, God realization, Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prem, all these things are easy. It will all follow. The very reason we are all not convinced yet to become devotee, we are not yet pure devotees, is because we have not sufficiently understood the importance of human form of life. We're still not very serious. We're still taking it casually. Somehow we believe, I don't know from where this belief comes, that we just go on the same way, we'll definitely go back to God. Pakka, guarantee. It's not a fact. It's not like that. One has to be sincere, serious, and without ulterior motives. The first thing. How many of you seen a BMW? Okay. Driven a BMW? Okay. I think Tiffany Mataji has a BMW. Okay, fine. We all have BMW. Yeah. Body, mind, words. We all have, right? That's the real BMW. So there was a sannyas ceremony, and the sannyas ceremony, there were sannyas initiates going to get sannyas. So there was one Maharaj who was telling every sannyasi is going to get BMW, and others were wondering, my God, ISKCON sannyasis, rich brats, very rich guys. It's a very lucrative offer. Even I should take sannyas. Yes. So what is that? you get the danda. There are actually 3 rods attached to another rod, 4 rods technically. That rod is Krishna, which means kayena vacha manasendriyava buddhyatmanava prakrite svabhava karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanayati samarpayami. So one takes a vow that I shall offer my body, words and mind only in the service of Krishna or Narayana. That's the vow you take. But I'm talking about the actual BMW. Okay, now you see a guy, you see a person who is using his BMW to collect garbage from all homes. What will you call such a person? There's nothing wrong with collecting garbages from the entire suburb, neighborhood. There's nothing wrong collecting and dumping. But in a BMW? Nonsense. Is this guy even sane? Does he have good sense? Idiot. Wow, that's the word I was looking for. An idiot. A moron. Stupid. Please. These are the words you will call. You got a BMW and you're using it as a dump yard to collect all the garbage? Idiot. Nice. Thank you, Raj Prabhu. Good word. Yes. Give it to me. I'll tell you how to use a BMW. Similarly, when we use this human body, which is actually meant for God realization, self-realization, this B, M, and W, this BMW that we have received, we use it for sense gratification than to use it in service of Guru and Krishna. We are all dash, fill it up. We are all idiots. True. I hope the message is loud and clear. Yeah. So we should never forget this. We have got a BMW, a very costly BMW, priceless BMW. Scientists have tried to create human body, they miserably failed. The scientists tried to create blood, but they couldn't even create stool and urine, which is human excreta. Even that they couldn't create. How valuable is this human body? How valuable? It doesn't matter if it is an Indian body, American body, Eastern body, Western body. No. Bhakti can be practiced in human body. Any human body. Kirata, Gunandra, Pulinda, Pulka, Shadhira, Jugma, Yamana, Khasadeya, Ye, and Necha Papaya, the Pashreya, Shreya, Shuddhanti, Tasmai, Prabha Vishnave Namah. I feel so inspired to see Tiffany Mataji, Lalita Mataji, Dinbandhu Prabhu. I get a lot of inspiration. See, Bhakti is not just for Indians. How people misunderstand that. Very good. I feel very inspired. It's for everybody. We are all gifted. But we misuse that. We are idiots. That's what we are. Okay, an activity. Can we do an activity together? Even if you all guys don't turn on your videos, there's no problem. There's no problem. But do this activity. Even I'm going to be doing. I'm having a pen. I'm having a paper. I'm quite good at math. You need to, if you're not good at math, no problem. Just get yourself a phone or a calculator, because it's going to be a practical activity, and each and every one of us have to do it. So I'll give you half a minute to grab something which can help you calculate in case your math is weak. Ready? All right, here we go. In India, I call this activity as Sach Ka Samna. So those of you who know Hindi, you understood the activity. Sach Ka Samna means facing the truth. And right now, right here, right now, we, each and every one of us, we are going to be seeing the truth. We're going to see the truth. So ready? I was just surfing the Google. Normally, I don't do that because I surf the scriptures. I surf through scriptures, but I had to for this particular activity. And I checked that the life expectancy, no matter where you are in the part of this world, it is reducing constantly. Currently, presently, the life expectancy is 72. It's 72. So we are going to check the Sach Ka Samna activity or the reality check. is how much time do we have left. Wow. Prabhu, that's so simple. Why do we need a calculator for that? First of all, let me let you know that we have no idea, no clue if we are going to live the next moment. But still, just for assumption's sake, let's all here assume we are all going to live for 72 years. All right. So first thing I want you all to do is subtract your age. You don't have to tell me. I'm not going to ask any one of you anything. This is for yourself. This is a personal activity for your own reflection and contemplation. Please reduce your present age from 72. Hey, you need not tell me. Raj Prabhu, I got to know your age. You need not tell me. Don't worry. That's for you. All right. You see the number? You see the number? Now, let me tell you. We all spend a minimum, no matter great time manager you are. I've interviewed, I've spoken, I've statistically verified best of the best time managers. You will end up spending 8 hours for the body, sleeping, eating, washing, cooking, bathing, everything. No matter who you are, you're going to spend 8 hours every single day. And I see the maximum of you are grihasthas. You'll be working, household chores, many things will be there, right? And that also takes, even in US, you all guys work for 6 hours. In India, it's much more. The picture is totally different. But still, that would also take you 8 hours, no matter who you are, 8 hours. So 8 hours for the body, 8 hours for the occupation and household chores, which makes it 16. So if you see 24 is actually, if you divide 24 into 8 hours become 1/3. So 16 out of 24 is gone. So what remains is 1/3. So all you have to do is the number remaining from the 72 minus your age, just divide it by, make it 1/3. That's it. Just divide it by 3. And I want you all to see that number. Let's watch it. That's your life left now. I've not counted the gossip that we do. I've not counted the social media and stuff that we do. I've not counted many things that we keep doing. This 14 years is all that we have to be able to chant purely. That's it. 14, 15, some of you may have 10, some of you may have 12, some of you not even that much. That's all you have. It's reality. What would you do now? I would like to hear your reflections. Now, given that number, what would you do now? Anyone? This is a reality. I'm not lying, no matter who you are. This is all you got. And you're not going to get anything more than this. Trust me. In fact, you are going to lose out from this. You are going to lose out from this. So what are we going to do about it? Anyone?
Hare Krishna. I know for me, thank you for this exercise, Prabhuji, because it just, just really made things even more real. This whole class has been amazing. I'm so grateful. For me, it makes me feel like I really will become much more serious about my Krishna consciousness and do even more service and preach to even more people, because yes, we want to, again, looking at Kali Yuga and how everything is becoming so deteriorated. It's unbelievable. We just want to get as many people out as possible. So yes, I will become more serious. Thank you. Thank you.
Practice intensely and preach powerfully. An ideal Vaishnava quality. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else? One more. Somebody, yes.
Hare Krishna,
Yes.
Prabhuji. I'll try to utilize every time, because each and every minute, because we usually, you did not calculate about social media. That's a way I mean, I spend a lot on that. I try to reduce that also. Otherwise, the amount of the answer that I got, it will go again down, right? If I waste that time. So I try to use each and every minute for Krishna's service, so that I can go back to Krishna. Otherwise, I have to suffer again here. Hari Bol.
Yes. And we don't know, more than suffering again, we don't know whether we'll get Bhakti Sangha Japa again. We'll get connected to this wonderful forum or not. Nothing is sure. Okay, there's a comment for Vinita Mataji. You can read that for yourself. So what I'm trying to say is, we have very less time. So first thing is understanding the value of human life. And the second thing is to understand that, well, we don't really have much time. I would like to tell you a story. Once, Brahmaji had got quite conceited. This happens sometimes. He got quite conceited that I'm the senior most devotee in this universe. Yes, the senior most devotee in this universe. We asked, like Mataji introduced me. That's a very, very old introduction of mine. Many of it is not too many things have changed, but still the same introduction is being used now. And I remain 12 years forever. It doesn't get updated. We normally ask, how many years are you practicing Bhakti? I'm actually as a monk who preaching for 12 years. Bhakti for 12 years. Anyway, no problem. So how many years you are in Krishna consciousness? We ask, people say, I'm there in ISKCON since, for it's been like 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. So people give different numbers. Now, when did Brahmaji come to Krishna consciousness? Anyone? Well, now this, I'm not going to, even with calculators, we're not able to calculate. No, I don't know. Let's not just use our calculators. Let's just accept the number is quite huge. No, not. I'm your servant. In fact, please don't introduce me henceforth. That's my request. I'm quite known to the forum now. It's okay. It's done. You can frame an introduction for me. Yes. So Brahmaji was like, well, I'm the senior most devotee around. There's nobody as senior as me. And Narad Muni could feel it. He could feel that Brahmaji, my father, my guru, is getting a little bit conceited. Now Krishna can tolerate any anartha, but he can never tolerate pride. No. When pride comes, Krishna leaves. Krishna just leaves. That's what he did to even the topmost devotees, the gopis. He saw there was a small, very, very tiny speck of pride in their heart. And Krishna just left. He left the Rasa Mandal because he wanted them to come together and humbly submit to him and offer prayers. So Narad Muni said, well, I'm a traveling preacher, and you, father, you don't travel really so much, right? Yeah, he said, no, I don't travel. I sit on my lotus and I can see everything right from here. I have my CCTV cameras installed. My system is perfect. Narad Muni said, well, I'm a brahmachari and I'm a traveling preacher. So in my course of traveling, I have met quite interesting people. So I would like you also to meet those interesting guys. Brahma said, why not? For a change, well, I can travel. But Narad Muni said, well, we can't travel like this, You have to hide your heads. You have to take another form of a monk or someone. And even I'm going to change my appearance. And let's go to house number 1. Narad Muni takes Brahmaji, and Brahmaji is wondering, where is this guy taking me? Where is my son taking me? Narad, where? Are we there yet? Narad Muni said, please, patience. We are there. There he came. And there he found that there was a sound coming very feebly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. No, you're all wrong. It's not Prabhupada's japa machine. It was actually a person who was chanting. And they went inside. He was in an ashrama. So both Brahmaji and Narada went inside the ashram. And they saw that there was a person with a saintly attire was sitting there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And his demeanor, his enthusiasm, charisma exactly matched that of a sage, his serenity, everything. Except for one thing. There was hair all over his body. All over his body was full of hair. So Brahmaji slightly leaned towards Narada and asked, by the way, who is this guy? He looks quite funny, but who is he? He said, he is a very, very great devotee. His name is Lomarsh Rishi. Lomarsh Rishi. So Narad Muni disturbed, with due respect, disturbed the penance and meditation of the chanting, the japa of Lomarsh Rishi. Lomarsh Rishi was kind enough to welcome both the guests, and he asked him a question. His question was, why exactly do you chant the holy name so intensely? What makes your chanting in sadhana so intense? You're chanting so intensely, you're attentive, you're aware, you're absorbed. What's the secret? And Lomarsh Rishi, he tells him the value of human form of life. Number two, how life is very short. Brahmaji said, okay, fine, this guy's life must be short. I have a long life. Yes, I have a long life. So Narad Muni asks the second question. I would like to know from you, how long do you live? So Lomarsh Rishi says, yes, because you asked, I'll tell you. But actually, you must be knowing the Chaturmukha Brahma, who's the top of the universe, right? In Satyalok. When Brahma dies, one of my hair strand from the body falls down. And when all my hair from the body falls down, then I die. Brahma was shocked. He's saying, Narad, let's go back. I'm sufficiently humiliated. Please take me away from here. Narad says, no, there's another person that I want to introduce you to. Brahmaji said, what else is there? Just come, father, we'll go to another place. And I took him. And there was another saint who was also very intensely, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, intensely doing his Krishna consciousness. So Narad Muni went to him and asked him the same question that he had asked Lomarsh Rishi, that what makes your japa so intense? And he exactly answered the same thing. And after answering the same thing, Narad Muni went on to ask, how long do you live? And Ashtavakra Muni said, well, do you know a person called Lomarsh Rishi? I said, yes. Currently, my body is bent in 8 parts. Vakra means bent. That's why Ganesh is called Vakratunda Mahakaya, because his mouth is bent. Vakratunda. So Vakra means bent. So Ashtavakra means one whose body is bent in 8 places. He's called Ashtavakra. So he said, when Lomarsh Rishi dies, my one bend becomes straight. And when my entire body will become straight, that time I die. Brahma, oh my God, he fell back. What is this? These guys who are having much bigger life than I do. If these people are so serious about Krishna consciousness, how serious should we all be? We're quite uncertain of how long we're going to live. Yes, we can leave at any moment, any time. Death can come and we can leave. Yes, so we all should definitely. I'll give you a small homework in case you can do it. I request you all to please, if not the purports, at least not the shlokas, the translations of 7th canto, 6th chapter. Please read that. This entire thing will make us very sincere and serious in our bhakti. Because Prahlad Maharaj, although being a small boy, just don't look at who is speaking it or what is the size of the person who's speaking it. Prahlad Maharaj may seem like a small boy, but he is a very, very greatly realized soul. His realizations are very deep, practical, and we all can connect to it. So please read this. Or if you find a small book, Teachings of Prahlad Maharaj, please read that. Just go through the translations and that'll be enough. Prahlad Maharaj has beautifully arranged a seminar. First seminar is Importance of Human Life seminar. The second seminar is actually the time management seminar, where he makes you realize you don't have any time. Yes. Hare Krishna. Actually, we have a festival today evening. That's why I wanted to end my class early so we can have some question answers. In case any of you have any questions, any reflections, and please go ahead. But the whole purpose of the class is, well, we just have to get out of this material world. There's no point in making this material world a beautiful place. It can never be. It can only be in one's imagination, in one's dreams. It's a phantasmagoria. That's why it's called. Same thing comes, right? Gandharva Puri. You will find it later. The person imagines, wow, this world has become suddenly so very nice. My grandfather who had expired long ago has come back. So this is all in dreams, nothing else. So value of human life, and you don't have any time. These two teachings, if we are thoroughly convinced about, then we are going to intensely embrace bhakti. That's it. And how the world is, well, I need not tell you. I live in a small ashram. That's my world. You all get to see much more part of the world than I do. So you all must be having much more realization of the world. So I can't talk much on that, but because I had to elaborate on Prabhupada's teachings, I tried to elaborate something which I'd heard from my friends. Right? So you all, that's it. That's it.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dhanva Pranam, Prabhu. What a beautiful
Dhanva.
class. Like always, Prabhu, your classes are expected from all of us. It's beautiful. Teach us so much, Prabhu, in that half an hour, 40 minutes. Sometime you're right, Prabhu. We are on YouTube. We are maybe are there to see some Prabhupada lecture or some class or some kind of thing that can elevate us, in our Krishna consciousness. But then some feed is on the side. How Ronaldo got that goal, and you go into that and you continue watching that for 10, 12, 15 minutes video. And after that, you think, oh my God, that's like wasted time. It's okay, give me happiness for that 12 minutes, but it's not permanent. It's just that temporary again. But Prabhupada lecture or some devotee lecture would have gave me more knowledge. And this happens, Prabhu, honestly speaking. It's a very big thing how to come out of it. Yes, Prabhu, please.
I just wanted to, as soon as you said, something just spontaneously popped up in my mind. Better go for the audio. The videos are so distracting. Please go to ISKCON Desiree. And go to ISKCON Desiree, all the entire audio is available. And that's what I always prefer. I never go to the YouTube. I prefer the audio and everything's there.
Thank you, Prabhu. That's a very, very nice suggestion. Thank you, Prabhu. I'll certainly try to work on that. I actually sometimes see your phone and I'm like, why I don't have that kind of phone? Because this phone is also, you go into WhatsApp, you start from one devotee thing and then another video comes in and then what not, Prabhu? I saw it, Prabhu. I saw it. Sometimes it rings and you see it. And it's amazing, Prabhu. All glories to you. Very beautiful class, Prabhu, like always. I loved the very first part, his story, but that is not his story, but that's our story. What a beautiful thing, Prabhu. Every small lesson of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam is teaching us, not talking about somebody else, but teaching us in subtle ways how to live this life. And of course, we all have used. I have used my BMW in somehow in some things that's not very useful. So yeah, Prabhu, very, very beautiful class, Prabhu. Dear devotees, if anybody's have any questions or realizations, please go ahead, raise your hand, because as Prabhuji said, he has another program he has to leave. So yeah, please go ahead, dear devotees.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanavad Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very practical and very nice class. We have to be, very serious in our devotional service, and we have to use our BMW in service of Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your wonderful class and your time and association. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji. I just want to reiterate what I already said, that I'm so grateful for this class today. The whole BMW example was so perfect. It was such a wake-up call because we do collect trash with our BMWs I can say for myself all the time. It's such a waste. And I worked at a nursing home for 4 years, and I saw unbelievable things. So I can relate to what you said at the beginning about how people are treated once we get older. We're thrown away, at least here in this country. It's very sad. It's just terrible. So yes, life is too short. We can't waste it. Hare Krishna. Thank you again.
Thank you. Rajpur, I guess I did not leave any scope for questions.
Yes, you made it such a clear and beautiful. I don't
No, Prabhupada made it clear. I just tried to present it humbly.
When I'm not 34, that I'm not.
No. I was joking, Prabhu.
I'm 38, so I subtracted and
I understood that. 72 minus 34. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, please send my obeisances. I'll go to Prabhupada. I took initiation on Govardhan Puja 47 years ago. And according to this exercise today, I have 1.6 years left. And I've been sort of addressing this internally, talking to Krishna as I catch myself doing the same patterns that I've been doing throughout this life. And saying, yes, I did. Yes, I'm still doing it, aren't I? And I keep on asking for help. But it's very sobering, this message that you've relayed to us all, that it's essential that we go in the heart and really beg for this mercy to become serious and steadfast at every moment. Because even I sometimes play Jayapataka Maharaj's tape, his japa tape, to get me rolling. And sometimes I go and get something to drink or whatever and come back and I go, well, I just missed 3 rounds. And I start to realize how fast time is going, especially when you reach this age. And I realize I really want to be with the holy name. So I just want to thank you on this most auspicious day of my real birth, of giving such an extraordinary, display of your purity. Thank you, dear. Hare Krishna.
In fact, I wish to comment here. The most essential quality that personally Srila Prabhupada and my spiritual master would see in a Vaishnava is consistency. And I'd like to congratulate both Mataji and Prabhuji equally. They would be Mahisha Atmatullaya. Both of them would be so senior in Krishna consciousness. My God, 47 years. It's so very, very inspiring. That consistency is what is very inspiring.
Hari Bol. All glories to you, Lalita Mataji and Dinabandhu Prabhu. Hari Bol. Dear devotees, if anybody has any questions or realization, please go ahead. Otherwise, we can close the call. Okay, Prabhu. I think there are no questions, and you have to go for the other program too. So,
yes, Mataji wants to say something again.
Oh, perfect. Please.
Oh, I just went off from my obeisances to everybody.
Wish you a very happy Krishna conscious appearance day.
Lalita Mataji and Dinabandhu Prabhu are one of the few devotees on the group, Prabhu, who are never missed, like never a single day. I might be missing someday, but they are always there, Prabhu. Like both the couples, it's so beautiful to see that couple right in front of screen and listening to Srimad Bhagavatam. It's amazing, Prabhu. Amazing. So
from very new devotees like me. That's the whole point. They're so senior. That's very important. Even Srila Prabhupada would sit down to hear from his disciples. Yes. So I request both of you to please correct me in case I go wrong somewhere.
You never go wrong. Never. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for such a beautiful class. Like, honestly, your classes are weighted. Your classes are so amazing. It's so interactive. Like when 40 minutes, 50 minutes go away, we don't even know. It's just a blink of an eye because it's so interesting. Thank you, Prabhu. We look for your association again, Prabhu, in the future. So please give us more time possible that you can to Bhakti Sangha Japa group. Thank you, Prabhu. All the devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpataru
Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha
pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Namo Namaha.
Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ji ki
Jai.
His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu ji ki
Sangha Japa Bhakti Sangha.
Jai.
Hare
Jai.
Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank you
Prabhuji, for such
so
a
much,
beautiful
Prabhuji.
class. Thank you so much.
So grateful for your
Hare Krishna.
association.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I'll take your leave. Go
Thank
and
you.
rest.
Enjoy the
Thank you.
festival, Prabhu.
Same to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Govardhan Puja Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I never spoke anything on Govardhan, my lord. I have a lecture to give in the evening on Govardhan Puja. I never spoke anything here.
Will it go on the YouTube, Prabhu, that lecture?
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhu. Like, is like on your channel?
It's Bhakti Yoga Club's channel.
Bhakti Yoga Club channel. Okay, Prabhu.
Bhakti Yoga Club Kharadi.
Will it be in English?
It's in Hindi.
Oh.
Actually, this is the only forum which allows me to speak in English.
Oh.
I've been trained in English. I've been even speaking to my family members in English. That's how I've been grown up. But now, of late, I've become a Hindi and Marathi preacher. I hardly have forums left. This is one of the forums where I have the option to talk in English language. Otherwise, I'm forgetting English.
Well, you have to come more often then.
Prabhuji is giving a class.
I do come whenever I. Yes, Mataji?
She is giving a class on Monday on teaching Lord Chaitanya.
Really? Yeah. That's a late night class. Oh yeah, it's going to be really late. You all pray. I remain awake. I shouldn't sleep off while giving the class. Nice. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, 5th chapter. That's one of my favorite books, actually. Okay. Thank you.
Hari Bol, Prabhu.
Hari Bol.
Thank you. Yeah, Vrajamandal Parikrama today. Sakhi Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, we have Vrajamandal Parikrama. Mataji will be joining, I guess.
Please call her, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
I'm trying to call. She's not picking. Maybe we can wait for 2 minutes.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah, the children go now only, Mataji. Exactly 7:30, they will be out of the house. So we can wait for 3 more minutes.
Raj Prabhu, do you want to announce if anyone would like to sing a bhajan? Would you like to sing a bhajan, Prabhuji?
You already announced, Mataji.
I didn't want to put you in a spot. So.
Yeah, anybody can sing song or, Govardhan Puja. So.
If anybody, any devotee like to sing a bhajan, please raise your hand or unmute yourself. Go ahead, please. There are, I think, still a few minutes before the Mataji joins. वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रतन मंदिर मनोहारा अमृता कालिंदी रे राजा हंसा किलिकारे ताहे शोभे कनक कमाला वृंदावन रम्य स्थान वृंद दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रतन मंदिर मनोहारा तारा मध्ये हिमपीठाष्टादाले बेस्थिता अष्टादाले प्रधान नायिका तारा मध्ये रत्नासाने बसिया छिन दुई जाने श्यामा संगे सुंदरी राधिका वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रतन मंदिर मनोहारा रूपल बन्यारासी अमिया परिचय खासी हास्या परिहास्या संभासाने नरोत्तम दास कोय नित्य लीला सुख मोय सदाई स्फुरख मोरा माने वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रतन मंदिर मनोहारा रतन मंदिर मनोहारा हरे कृष्ण
Jai, thank you so much, Raj Prabhu. It's always so wonderful to hear that song. Very, very beautiful bhajan.
Thank you, Mataji. There is another Mataji who sings it very nicely in the group. I forget her name, but she's very nice, Mataji.
Sukasagri Mataji is there on the call. If she's there, Sukasagri Mataji, oh, she's not there. Prabhu.
She left. Yes, I was looking for her too.
Yes.
Dear devotees, if anybody has any bhajan, please go ahead. That way we can sing the glories of Krishna for a few minutes since we are waiting. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandan Brij Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brij Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brij Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Vrinda Mataji is there. I saw in message Vrinda Mataji.
Akshita is actually Vrinda Mataji, but I don't know if she's there right now. She's on the call.
Maybe she's busy in the kitchen sometime, you know.
Yeah, Mataji. Maybe Mataji would be busy in the morning, right?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I can sing a bhajan. Is that okay?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Okay. Yashomati Nandana Brajavaro Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana Yashomati Nandana Brajavaro Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana Gopi Paranadhana Madana Manohara Gopi Paranadhana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidana Amala Harina Mamiya Vilasa Vipina Purandara Navina Nagara Bora Bamsi Vadana Suvasa Brajajana Palana Surakula Nashana Nanda Godhana Rakhovala Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Sundara Nanda Gopala Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Vasanara Rasarasika Kripa Moya Shri Radha Vallabha Vrindavana Natavara Bhakti Vinodashraya Yashomati Nandana Brajavaro Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna.
Very beautiful bhajan, very beautiful singing.
Mataji, very beautiful voice you have, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody. So sorry to keep you waiting. Just give me 1 minute. So Hare Krishna, we will start our day 15 Parikrama. We ended at Kamya 1. So today is a very auspicious day, Govardhan Puja. So usually in the Parikrama also, when we visit Barsana, that is when Govardhan Puja comes. So we celebrate Govardhan Puja, Barsana Parikrama all together.
So wishing you all a very happy Diwali and Govardhan Puja. So we'll go on this auspicious day, we'll go to the most auspicious and holiest place, Radharani's abode. So actually Barsana takes a little long time. So many places are there, but we will see how much we can cover. So we ended at Kanvara, if you remember, Kanva Rishi's ashram. So from there we will be coming to, we'll be going, this is the path we'll take to go to Barsana. So on the way, we have Kadamba Kandi, that place we will see. We'll take the blessings of Srimati Radharani, Shri Krishna, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and Srila Prabhupada, all the Guru Vargas, and all the assembled devotees, so that we'll be able to do our parikrama with a good humble mood. So yes, so when we are going on the way, we will have this there's a place called Kadamba Kandi. So actually when we are going from Kamyavan to Barsana, it is more of like a very quiet, more like valley, like there's actually in between like two mountains, there's like a valley, and then there are these trees. Like Kadamba tree is always compared to Radharani because of these nice golden flowers, and Tamal tree is compared to Krishna. So in this place, we'll find one Kadamba tree and one Tamal tree. They're intertwined. Okay, they're intertwined. That's why the Vrajavasis consider that this is Radha and Krishna tree. That's how they consider. Because this is Kadamba tree, and Tamal tree is in courtyard of Krishna Balaram temple. So this is the Tamal tree. So it's a very quiet place. So we will walk through Kadamba Kandi, and in Kadamba Kandi one pastime also happened. There used to be one sage, and he is an ardent worshipper of the Lord. So he was just doing austerities, he was just doing meditations, and then what happened? He grew like a lot of matted hair. How the sages look when they're just doing austerities, not bothered about the physical appearance. So he will do he has a lot of long jata, like a lot of matted hair, and one day as he was walking, his jata got stuck to some fence, like thorny fence, and he's not able to take it out. Then Krishna only will come. He will think like, now my Lord, please, you only have to come and get me free of this. So Krishna only will come, and then the sage will ask, like Krishna is about to remove and entangle the tangle he wanted to remove, and then the sage says, no, what's the proof that you are my Krishna? If you are my Krishna, you should always be there with Radharani. So if you bring Radharani, then only I will believe. So then what happened? Krishna will actually call Radharani. Then Radharani also will come. Then the sage actually got the darshan of Radha and Krishna here at this place, Kadamba Kandi. And then as we are going, we will see around Barsana, even we'll see all Ashtasakhi villages. Lalita Sakhi's village is there. Now this is Sudevi and Ranga Devi. They are twin sisters. So this is 2 kilometers. This is called Sunhara Gaon. Ranga Devi is the 7th principal queen. Both Ranga Devi and Sudevi are Sakhis. So she is 7 days younger than Srimati Radharani. And Ranga Devi's color is like this filament of the lotus flower, and she wears reddish dress like this. Her parents are Ranga, Sara and Karuna, and her qualities are similar to Champaklata. Ranga Devi's service is supplying chandan and making sandalwood paste to the divine couple. And then Sudevi, Ranga Devi, Sudevi, twin sisters, we just said. So Sudevi arranges Radharani's hair, she decorates her eyes with mascara and massages the body. So she is the 8th queen, and she comes as Manjulali Manjari. She's Manjulali Manjari. Her maid servant is Manjulali Manjari, and Sudevi's maid servant is Kasturi Manjari. I think we have some devotees' name also, Kasturi Manjari, Manjulali Manjari. And these are the Ashtasakis. So we have seen Ranga Devi and Sudevi, 7th and 8th. So as we go, we will see the other villages of the other Sakis also. And as we are going, this is not mentioned in the book, but there's a small village called Swarnahara Gram. Swarna is gold. So what happened? The Brahma, he did austerities here because he wanted to see, get the darshan of Krishna's pastimes. He came here. We all know Varsana. We are entering Varsana. Varsana hill is like none other than Brahma. Brahma becomes the Varsana hill. That's why it's called as Brahma Parvat also. So he comes here and he does austerities and to receive the dust of Radha and Krishna. And that's why, because Brahma is golden in color, this village is named as Swarnahara Gram. And then we didn't enter Barsana yet, but we are still walking towards it. So we will see this Sakigiri Parvat, Chitra Vichitra Shila and Shikalini Shila. This is very small, like this is a very small place. Radharani used to play here with her friends, and her veil, what happened? Her veil fell down, and a lot of embroidery work and the stones are there. So the impression fell on the rocks because the rocks got super ecstatic when Radharani is playing and when her veil fell, and then they melted. So because when they melted, the veil impressions fell on the rocks. They're still there, and they used to do celebrate Holi here. So even the rocks after 5,000 years also still reddish in color, holy color, that pinkish reddish color is still there. So this is, these three are close by: Sakigiri Parvat, Chitra Vichitra Shila and Shikalini Shila. And then we're coming to Lalita Sakhi's village. So it's called Unchgaon. Last time also I remember I pronounced wrong and Sham Gauri Mataji corrected. I have actually gone to this village. It's very, very nice and beautiful. Last time I went was 2019. It's very beautiful. We will see the video also Indradumna Maharaj posted. So she is 27 days older to Radharani. She is also called as Anuradha. Her dress is like a peacock feather color, and her body color is the color of the cow urine. If you see, it's like light goldenish color, cow urine color. So her body color is like that. Her mother is Saradi and father is Vishaka. Husband is Bhairava. So her assistant is Rupa Manjari. So basically our Rupa Goswami is the assistant of Lalita Sakhi. And just like lotus has 8 petals whorl, so center is Barsana and around are the Ashtasakis of Radharani. And then we'll come to Narayan Bhatta Goswami. Actually, we'll go to Shriji Mandir. There also, he actually found out that Shriji Mandir on Bhangad. So what happened was, why is this coming? I'm so sorry. So what happened was, he was the disciple of Krishnadas Brahmachari, and that Krishnadas Brahmachari was a disciple of Gadadhar Pandit. He was born in Madura Pattana. He traveled to Vrindavan, and actually the path that we are taking, the Parikrama path, he only found it out. The path was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he only established the Parikrama path, which was same as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Vrindavan, the same path he established. And he used to wear Radha Krishna locket in his neck. And what would happen when he was going, when he was going to find out the path, when he was stuck, if he gets stuck or confused at one point, what will happen was, the Radha Krishna deities would come outside and literally walk and show the path to him. And so if at all there is any Rasastali, any place where there is Rasa dance happening, what would he do? What Radharani herself would come like a little girl, and she would come with a small stick and she would draw a circle. If that is a Rasastali, she would draw a circle. So that's how Narayana Bhatta Goswami, he established the standard path of Vrajamandal Parikrama, and he also has a famous Vrajamandal Gai titled as Vraja Bhakti Vilasa. And he found out, actually contributed a lot in finding out, see, these are all the places that he discovered: Mansi Ganga, Kusum Sarovar, Govinda Kund, Chandra Sarovar, Govardhan, Rasastali in Vrindavan, see Dangad, Mangad, Vilasgad, Gairvan, so big list, Kamyavan, Shirghat, Nandagata, all these places were found out by him. And he disappeared on the, he left the world on the appearance day of Vaman Dev, and Triveni Koop is there next to his Samadhi. So it is said that this water has Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati water. And this is close, there is actually close to this Samadhi is a temple of Balaramji. Yeah, correct. A small temple of Balaramji. And this deity, Narayan Bhatta Goswami, was worshipping personally. that Balramji deity is still there. So after seeing Narayan Bhatta Goswami's Samadhi Mandir, then we are entering Varsana. Very, very beautiful place. I know most of you on the call must have visited, because when we go to Vrindavan for a short time, at least 3-4 days when we go, we will make sure one day we will visit Barsana more, because we have to take the blessings of Radharani. I know one Mataji who stays in Barsana, and she keeps going every year, no, every 6 months she goes and she stays 15 days. She has some friends there, so she stays there and she goes more or less every day to the temple, and she keeps telling me all the different pastimes and all the how do they do, because when we go for yatra we have to stay for a few hours or minutes, but when this Mataji shares, so Vrajavasi stories, like so many pastimes. There's Barsana, as we said, in whole Vrindavan, Vishnu, Narayan, and Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. All these three wanted to come and have the darshan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what happened? Vishnu he became Govardhan, and also he became Vilasgad. So Barsana has 4 gads: Mangad, Dangad, Bhangad, Vilasgad. So 4 peaks. So Brahma, 3 big. Vilasgad is Vishnu's, and Brahma is like 3: Mangad, Dangad, and Bhangad. So 3 peaks are Brahma. 3 peaks. These 3 are belonging to Brahma's head. And Vilasgad is Vishnu's. Govardhan is Vishnu's, and Shiva became Nandeshwar Parvat. Like Nandagaon, look, he's the hill. Nandagaon's hill is Shiva. So Barsana, as I said, it's also called as Brahma Parvat, and Barsana means it's to cause the rain. And what rain is from? The rain, Radha Krishna's prema is coming in the form of rain when we will go there. So what happened was, when Krishna, we all know Krishna was born in Gokul, and because the demons and all are troubling him, they moved to Nandagaon, right? Krishna moved from Gokul to Nandagaon, and similarly, the same time, Radharani, Vrishabhanu Maharaj moved from Raval. From Raval, they moved to Barsana. So, as I said, these are the 4 peaks: Dangad, Mangad, Vilasgad, and Bhangad. So these are the 3, but these are the 4. And now as we are going, so this is the Parikrama path. So we'll see all these places: Tiksholi Gram. First we'll go to Shankari Kor, then we'll go to Vilasgad, Mangad, Dangad. So we'll see all the pastimes. So Chiksholi is the village of Chitra Sakhi. Her body color is like a kumkum color. She wears dress that resembles glass and crystal. She's 26 days older than Radharani. And Padma Puran says she likes peacocks a lot, and she created Mayur Sarovar. She's fond of dancing with the peacocks, and they would gather around her and she would feed them. And she brings cloves and garlands. That's her service. So as we are going, there is this Dohani Kund. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj explained in his Yatra lecture about this Dohani Kund. So this is where Vrishabhanu Maharaj would bring all the cows and milk. And one day Radharani wanted to learn milking cows from Krishna, and Krishna was teasing her. Like when he's milking, he used to direct that milk onto her face, and all the milk, Radharani would have that milk bath. So all that pastimes happened here, where Krishna was teasing Radharani also while teaching how to milk cows. And now this is very, very interesting place. I also I have been there recently. I remember this place very well. So this path is, just now we said, there is Vishnu's hill and there's Brahma's hill, right? So this is in between that. On one side, the color is little blackish. Not, I wouldn't say blackish, but you can make clear difference. One side is little lighter, yellowish color, and the other side is little blackish, little darker shade. So there is this part. This is called Shankari Kor. So what happened was, we all know the famous tax collecting pastime. So that pastime happened here. But the interesting part is, when the gopis were going, and then this tax collecting pastimes happened, and there was a tug of war. Sometimes there was a tug of war. Then the Gopa boys would throw stones, and the pots will break, and the yogurt, butter, everything would leak. And one time what happened, that day the gopis decided that, these boys are troubling so much, so we have to teach them a lesson. So I think 1,000 gopis will come for one gopa, like to to catch hold of them, 10, like 1:10 ratio they went. So one Gopa, 10 gopis, one Gopa, 10 gopis, they wanted to catch. Then there was nobody. There were some Gopas, but they said, what can we do? We just follow Krishna. So they all targeted Krishna, and they'll go to Krishna and they will make him carry the pot. And Krishna, they'll make him dance. We have seen that, right? Then the gopis will throw stone. And when he throws the stone, he literally, like all the butter and yogurt bath Krishna had. And he will go to Radha Rani. So they'll say, ask forgiveness from our queen Radha Rani. He will go to Radha Rani and he will ask sorry. When he asks sorry, Radha Rani, he will say, I will never do it again. This kind of pastime I will not do. But then Radha Rani says, no, Krishna, don't say that. We enjoy when you do like that. Don't say that you will not repeat these kind of pastimes. So, and what happens, even after so many years, still the grease is there on the stones. When they broke and the butter and yogurt fell down, right? Those days, the milk and yogurt are very rich, very fresh, very nice. Even till now, you can see those stains of greasy stones. Greasy stains are there. And when we go here, there are little boys, they do the tax collecting. They give tax. So if we give some small amount of money, they will feel happy. And the best part is how fat you are or how thin you are, you will fit. It's so thin, but and only one person can go. One person can go, but it doesn't matter. Fat or thin, it adjusts by itself. So that is a Shankari core. See there, Deenbandhu Prabhu is going. And then one more very, very interesting pastime is Krishna Kund. This is near More Kutir. So this is the More Kutir temple. And as we come down, so from More Kutir, if you see, this is Man Mandir. So from More Kutir, you will see Mangad. So this is the view of Mangad. And this is the More Kutir temple. And this is Krishna Kund. See, if you come down, there are steps. If you take those steps and you come down, you'll come to this Krishna Kund. And this is More Kutir, this is Mangad, this is temple, this is Mangad. And so we'll see the pastime of Krishna Kund. One of my favorite pastime. I just burst out with laughter whenever I say this pastime. So what happened in Barsana is the forest is called Ghevar one. Very beautiful forest, very thick forest, like it was a big jungle. Right now we might not see it like that, but it was like that. So what happened in the middle of this Ghevar one, at the foot there is this Krishna Kund. So many people trees are there around. So one day what happens, Krishna will come. The cowherd boys and Krishna will come and they're all thirsty. There was no water. So with this flute again, he makes this water. Why? Because the cowherd boys and the cows have to drink. So what happened at this place, if you go, please observe carefully, there is one throne, one sitting place like a throne. So that throne belongs to Madhumangal. So what happened was, in this place, we have just seen Chiksholi Gram, Chitra Sakhi's village, right? So somewhere around that place, these Gopas and these Gopas will go to steal butter. And the Gopis, they made a tight security that day so that they can catch Krishna, like how the individual houses have the security fencing. Somebody enters, beep, beep, sound comes. So they kept bells, they tied bells to the pot so that if somebody touches immediately, they will ring like that. So then what happened, Krishna was, they all went, they were stealing, and then Krishna was about to eat. When Krishna was about to eat butter, you know how the boys are one on top of other, one on top of the other, they form like a ladder, and then Krishna comes on the top and he takes the butter. And when he was taking the butter, the bell rings. Krishna says, don't ring. I asked you not to ring. And we know in spiritual world, it's not like a thing. Everybody has feelings. Everybody can talk and express. So the bell says, my lord, I have to offer food to you. So I rang the bell. That's why I started ringing, and the gopis will understand that somebody has come and they'll come. They will lock outside to catch hold of them. Then hearing that sound, Krishna understands something is going to happen. So he will say, come on boys, let's escape from the window. So they all are escaping from the window. Everybody escaped, but Madhumangal, because he is little plumpy and fat, he couldn't escape and he got stuck in the window. And when the gopi came, they caught hold of Madhumangal, and actually Madhumangal is a Brahmin. Then he has a shika, so they will bring him here and they will tie to the people tree. They'll tie his shika to to the people tree, and what will they do? They will be swinging him, pulling down. Then they'll say, call Krishna. When they're pulling down, it's like, hey Krishna, like that. They will be calling Krishna, and again they will leave him down. Again they'll pull him, like they're swinging on the people tree. So finally Krishna comes and Krishna says, oh, what are you doing? You're committing a Brahman aparadh. He's a Brahmin. How can you cause offense like that? You can't do that. So then they all will get tense. Yeah, he's a Brahmin and be offended. Now, what can we do? So Krishna says, now go and bring all nice offerings to Madhumangal. So they all will go. They'll bring laddus and so many stuff. What Madhumangal likes, they'll make him sit on this throne and they'll make Madhumangal eat all the laddus. And Madhumangal is satisfied. He will say, what do you want? You ask me. Then they all will say they want Krishna as their husband. That's what their desire is. And Madhumangal says, Thathastu. So at Krishna Kund, that pastime has happened. That's where the throne of Madhumangal is there. And then these are the pictures I was showing. Right? See, if you take, these are the steps to More Kutir. You have to go all the way up. And actually what happened More Kutir is, More is peacock. So one time Radharani sings very nicely. So Krishna wanted to learn from her. And then he was teased. He was not learning properly. She says like sa, he would say pa. She says re, he would say ma. Like that how my son goes to Sangeetam class. And then I see how the teacher gets so impatient when the kids are making mistake. So she's like, you're not right. Like she gets very upset. So like that Radharani also she's teaching and then she got written up. I wouldn't say angry like this material anger. Sometimes you know how little girls will say like that and they will go, I will not talk to you, like that they will say it in a nice fashion. That anger is in a nice way. So she gets angry and then she goes. So Krishna now wanted to cool her. He wanted to console her. So what he will do, he will come in the dress of he will come like a peacock and he will start dancing, and Radharani still is angry, and actually Radharani says peacocks are dancing much better than you, Krishna, like that she says. And but again he's dancing, and finally she also cannot control, because how can she control when Krishna is, how can she show so much anger on Krishna? So what happens? She starts dancing too. So she becomes a peahen and Krishna is a peacock. So peahen and peacock, they both danced at this More Kutir. And in this relation, like if you go to More Kutir, this picture is there in More Kutir. So what happened was, there was one blind man. So let's Radhanath Maharaj explain this pastime. Like there was one blind man, and he heard about this pastime and he was always meditating on this pastime, and he had a desire to see it in front of his eyes. He wanted to see that. So what happened? Seeing a strong desire, Radharani comes in his dream. She says, I will show you that pastime. I will let it manifest, but you have to draw it for me. Then he will say, how can I draw? I'm blind. But Radharani says, no, you can do it. You just desire, you will do it. I'm telling you, you will do it. So what will happen? He will say, okay. And then being blind only, he will start searching in the mud on, how to draw. And when he digs, he will find different things needed for painting, like colors, some wooden bark kind of thing, like how now we draw on canvas. So all the arrangements, somehow like Radharani's mercy, he could find everything. And Radharani started, manifesting that peacock and peahen dance in front of his eyes. And he was envisioning and he was drawing it. So that drawing is also saved, and that picture is there in More Kutir. And actually, one more very, very interesting pastime is like in Ghevar one, as I said, it's a very, very thick forest, right? So the sages would go for meditation, and then there was a lion. Then what happened? Lions are very, very aggressive, right? But the sage was not even opening eyes, and he was just meditating, deeply absorbed in the thoughts of God. And then lion also didn't attack him. And she the sages, they can understand. So she showed in her he showed his humble mood, like he showed his desire to be his servant, by the gestures and the sage could understand that the lion is wanting to surrender to him, and he recited the mantra in his ear, and lion became the disciple. So what happened, this is a real story, like maybe hundreds of years ago. It's not at all it's not a fantasy, it's real. And then the lion would every day come with the sages do madhukari. So the lion wanted to serve the master, and he would wear the bag, and he will come for madhukari and knocks the door. And when the householders open, they would get so shocked, and the whole village, very soon the news got spread that the lion is coming for madhukari. And like couple of days they were worried, couple of days they were very scared, and slowly they got used. And the lion would come and collect madhukari, go give to his master, and till the master eats, the lion wouldn't even touch the rotis or whatever prasad is there. And the Vrajavasis explained that the lion lost his body, like left his body in the forest of Ghevarwan. So very beautiful pastimes in that's what I was saying. It's already 9 o'clock. Can we stay for 5-10 minutes? We'll at least see little more. Is that okay?
Sure, Mataji. Yes, that's
Mataji.
fine.
Yes, Mataji.
So then we'll go. So the blind man pastime. Yeah, see, 2 generations back, the sadhu was living here. 75 years ago also, the lions were roaming. Oh my God. So now we'll go to Mangad. Mangad is like Radharani, little upset she was, and she comes onto this gad, onto this peak. And then Krishna wanted, why she was angry? Because one day Krishna says, "Oh Radhe, your face is like a moon." And everybody will feel happy when we compare to moon, right? But she gets upset. For girls, many times, that's what they say. The girls take everything differently. They understand differently. So she gets mad. She says, "How can you compare me with moon?" And Krishna didn't understand what wrong. She says, "Moon has lot of spots." And that means you're saying my face is having lot of spots, and moon diminishes. Like it's you know how the moon from Purnima, it keeps diminishing, again it keeps increasing. So you mean you are saying my beauty is fading away? So she and she says the moon is Chandra. So she says, "Oh, maybe you're thinking about Chandra Vali Saki and you're saying like this." So she says like that. She gets very angry, and then Krishna starts. Then she comes here. Then what happened? Radharani gets angry, and Krishna starts coming, and he'll start playing. So he'll start playing flute, and then he'll play. So the Radharani, he will say, I am only your Krishna. Like he'll be saying. Radharani says, "No, if you are Krishna, Radharani should be with you. Where is she? Call her. If she's not there, then I will not believe that you are Krishna." Like that, she'll wantedly tease him because she didn't want to go, right? How much he's playing flute also. So, but still Krishna, they'll be then he will be playing flute. Krishna plays flute, and he cannot, and she cannot maintain her anger anymore. So what will happen? She will her anger is gone. So Krishna here plays flute for Radharani to reduce her anger. And after that, they both will go. Actually, sorry. He disguises like Radharani. He disguises like Radharani, and he will come like a Sakhi. Then later he will show that he's Krishna. He'll say, "I am Krishna only, please come." Then now they will go run to Lalita Sakhi's village, because Unchgaon is very close by. They both will run from Mangad to Lalita Sakhi's village just to share the pastime and say how like Krishna is looking like Gopi, like how is he Gopi or am I Gopi, like that. Am I Radharani or is he Radharani? To show like that and tease Lalita Sakhi also. They will go to that village. So Mangad is the place where Krishna tried to reduce her anger. Now the Vrindavan very specialties. I have not tasted this achar, but I have seen the Vrajavasis eating this tenti. I know some of you must be also knowing it is little more bigger than the pea size, and this is how the tree looks. Actually, in Bhagavatam, in Brahma Vimohan Leela, where it is said that Krishna is holding in his hand, like if you see Bhagavatam, they explain that he's holding the food, like his hand is tinted with that food, like juta they were eating, right? So that time in his hand, he actually had the tenti achar. This is not there anywhere, but the Vrajavasis say that is none other than tenti achar, and they say it is Krishna's favorite. And then we'll come to Dhangad. So this is also very, 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 these deities, very beautiful deities actually. These What happens in Dhangad, there is one very poor Brahmin in Unjgaon, Lalita Sakhi's village. And he has poor Brahmin and a beautiful daughter. He wanted her to get married. No money. The wife will always be taunting, no more, no money, do something, do something. So he will think he will go to Krishna because he knows Krishna is Dina Bandhu. He'll go there and he wants to ask some help. So he'll go, and when he asks help, Krishna says, oh, everything that belongs is my father's. I don't own anything. All I own is only Radharani. So take Radharani. And the Brahman will say, Are, I'm not able to get one daughter married and now you're giving me one more. My wife is going to be very angry now. So Krishna, what will I do? Then Radharani also will get the news. And Radharani gets the news and she gets very sad. Oh, Krishna, you didn't even ask me. How can you give me to somebody? I cannot stay without you. You have to do something. Radharani is very smart now. Radharani will say, okay, I will stand on a weighing machine and how much, and I'll sit on one side. On the other side, you weigh with jewelry, coins, pearls, all the opulent stuff. You weigh and till it comes to a balance. Like, it comes to a balance when it is equal to the other person's weight. So she says, it is equal to me. If I'm giving same, like how much weight I'm weighing, if the same amount of jewelry or money I'm giving to somebody, it is as good as giving me. So we will do that. And all the gopis and everybody they'll bring all the jewelry and they'll make Radharani sit on one side, on the other side, they started weighing, and whatever gold and the pearls are collected, they will hand over it to the Brahmana. And the Brahmana will take it and happily go get the daughter married. So this is the deity Radha Dhan Bihari is there. If you go to Dhangad, you will see this beautiful deities. It's about Dhangad. This is a temple. See, Radha Dhan Bihari. This is the deities. I think after this we will stop in Sriji Mandir. We can sit more. So Radha Kushal Bihari Mandir, and this is, I don't know how many of you would have gone. This is not like this, very difficult to get pictures also. They're very, very, very strict. So what happened was, Savai Madhu Singh is the king of Jaipur, and he wanted to build bring the, like Sriji Mandir, the main mandir that we will be seeing next. He wanted to bring that deity, Lala Ladli, we call those deities. So he wanted to bring that Radharani deity here to this temple. But then after constructing the temple, you know how he constructed the temple? In the center is the altar, and around the altar is where the minister's room are, the king's room. So symbolically is showing that Krishna should be the center of our life. So in the center is the altar. And when he wanted to bring, Radharani comes in the dream and she says, please, my birthplace is there. I was born there in Sriji Mandir. I was raised there. I don't want to come. I want to stay there. Please don't bring me. And the king nicely accepts Radharani's desire. He doesn't get frustrated or he doesn't get upset. And he will say, okay. And instead of bringing, now he cannot bring Radharani. So here we will see Radha Kushal Bihari in the center. And there is Narada Muni. There are 4 Kumaras. And there is Nritya, black deity of and like Krishna dancing. That is there. And black deity of Nimbarkacharya, because he belongs to Nimbarkacharya Sampradaya. And Radha Hans Gopal. Hans Gopal is also there because they worship Hans Gopal in Nimbarkacharya Sampradaya. That is also there. So this is that Kushal Bihari Mandir, very beautiful. How the Jaipur constructions are. So this is also a little bit like that construction. So we'll see that. And then I think we'll finish. Okay, we'll finish one last. Okay, so Sriji Mandir, as I'm saying, so this is a very, very beautiful, big black and white tiles are there. On the dome, there are a lot of pastimes. We'll see probably videos tomorrow. So, yes, so this is the temple and actually very beautiful place. Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, in the last, I sent you one Radha Krishna picture, right? Can you please keep it ready? You can show it. Lala Ladli. Last, like these, it's very difficult to get pictures here also, but these days somehow a lot of mobiles are there, people somehow manage. So I found one picture of Lala Ladli. We'll see in a minute. So this is the temple, very beautiful temple. This is how, and on the dome there are a lot of pastimes. See, this is not very clear, but these are the Lala Ladli deities. And actually the Mataji who went, she was saying, if you go on Radhashtami or Krishnashtami, you have to go before day only. Because by 12 they are closing the doors. And when you go, the people from Nandagaon will come. Yeah, she's sharing the screen. So the people from Nandagaon are coming, the Brahmanas are coming, and they bring like this 15 meters big cloth, and everybody are standing around, and these are going like waves and dancing, like how in between there is a tent and around people are there and they are dancing. And this Mataji is saying, you go 15 meters, that's 15 feet that side, 15 feet this side, without even your effort. Because of the crush, because of the crowd, and you're just going like that in the crowd. What happened? Yeah, so very, very beautiful celebrations of Radhashtami and Janmashtami in this Barsana temple. So actually this temple was also started at 5,000 years by Vajranab only, but eventually it was lost. What happened? Yeah, eventually it was lost. Yeah, this is the darshan. Please take darshan of Lala and Ladli. Like the small Lala, Ladli means like the cute form of calling the little children. So Lala, one of my favorite deity. Very beautiful place.